The Cancer new moon is today, and the question really is, have you matured enough? Have you done the emotional work and the relationship work, looking at your triggers and letting them reveal to you where have you been half-hearted in almost any decision relating to money, your desires, your love life, your sex life, allowing others to gaslight you or gaslighting them. Really check in with these reflections and start to realize that the language that you're using, is it driven by intellect, where you're trying to sound smart and deal with your wounding in an intellectual way? Why that's not going to work, and this new moon has a chance for you to manifest a completely brand new, restored emotional reality, is because the heart is in charge here. Venus is officially retrograding, it's standing still. You have the nodes at 29 degrees Aries, 29 degrees Libra, and those nodes are making an exact square to Capricorn, which is really having us look at our career space, how other people see us, and realizing, are we meeting this with integrity? Are we doing the extra steps to mature? Or are we still impulsively reacting, especially to when a new beginning brings anxiety? Let this be the 222, you're on track, whatever your thoughts are. Now, really what we want to add here is the fact that North Node in Aries at 29 degrees squares Pluto and Capricorn. South Node in Libra at 29 degrees squares Pluto and Capricorn. Exactly again at 29 degrees. This is a fated shift with all formats of relationships. Us being forced to no longer depend on another to the point where we lose ourselves. We lose who we are, who I am. Our identity cannot be attached to the social expectations nor the social gains in your career space, in the space of the people that you relate with, who you actually want to like you. And this is a part of it. It's like we want certain people to like us. We want certain people to get on board with us. But this nodal shift is asking us to get on board with yourself, to legitimately show yourself love. Love in the way where your passions are driving you forward. Now, we're reaching very soon the Grand Cardinal Cross. Hannah and myself are going to talk about that coming up soon. So check that out for sure. Once this happens, we'll have the official emotional power to move from the standstill energy of when retrograde Venus just hits retrograde, so our relationships are taking a little pause. They're like, okay, hey, look at this. Are you committed to this? Are you devoted, or are you 1 foot in, 1 foot out? It's not going to work. And it's also going to now give us the potent packing punch with this new moon energy at 24 degrees, activating gate 62, the language to match the heart frequency. The heart is now able to lead and speak for us, and the language will just miraculously match that. This is ridiculously potent and powerful because you can't intellectually get the words to match what you're feeling inside, nor how you intend to pursue everything that makes you courageous. 222 on screen again. You are on track. If you are questioning whether you are on track, I'm telling you, this is the official message. Hear me out, that you are on track. You are on track. Take the time to do a little extra self-reflective techniques and mechanisms. As you see here, literally, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not just talking the talk. You gotta live it. You gotta live it. If you don't, you will be exposed. You will be exposed for how you are playing with power and creating a struggle within yourself, ultimately reflecting the external struggle of seeing other people deal with psychological games, mind games, trying to control the environment and even the career narrative or your entrepreneurial endeavors by making you dependent, not independent, okay, and not interdependent, rather codependent. This codependency stuff will not work. It will not work. We will be forced. If you find yourself in a codependent area, you will be forced to walk the path alone until you can walk with others and still respect yourself. If you can't respect yourself and you still are finding yourself stuck in an appeasing narrative, this will be the focus of attention on this Cancer new moon that you do not want to be a part of. The fear entering your manifestation. You want to enter this manifestation with a sense of purity, with a sense of clarity in your emotional world, which requires you to take the time to reflect on your emotions. Stand still in suspension at that 24 degrees of Cancer today. Okay, you need to focus on hangman energy to say, look, you're suspended in time right now. You can do this voluntarily or involuntarily. Okay, we can hang your ass upside down, or you can let yourself just chill out in a spot and do some journaling and do some reading and, play with some plants. And this is a critical point. I'm telling you right now, social expectations about what you should do, what job you should pursue versus what is aligning your entrepreneurial heart will be faced with challenges. If you are working a job that you do not want to work, that does not have a means to an end, and this is another key point. I'm not telling you to quit today. I'm telling you, do you have a means to an end? If I give an example, when I first started my entrepreneurial career, it's like when I hit XK amount of dollars, I quit and I move across the country, and that is exactly what happened, and I was not ready. As soon as I got there, I was like, oh my God, I'm not ready to do this. I'm doing it anyways. And this is the boldness of Aries on the North Node. We're all going to have this potency, this power to align with our internal authority because of that degree of Leo. This is the strength card energy at 29 degrees. And the major arcana, 29 degrees represents the strength card. And this is saying, look, have one foot on earth, have one foot in heaven, and realize that you have the power of a lion that does not need to roar and rage and really only show your insecurities. 555 on screen, Leo's degree again, 5 with the biggest change. You don't need to roar and show that insecurity. You can stay firm in the gentleness. And this is where the moon in Cancer is. This new moon in Cancer is trining Neptune in Pisces, meaning that right now our dreams, they have a fluid passage. They have a passage that only the water can find its way through these hidden corridors, beyond, through, and a part of your ego self, your literal authority, that having a certain sense of pride in this new fresh direction, because the direction is new, okay? You actually have already seen the direction, but it's still new because you didn't take that direction prior with a full level of heartfelt devotion, okay? Realizing that no matter what you say, if it's aligned with your heart, it will be impeccable, aka without sin, meaning you cannot do, say, be, or act wrong, because gate 62, which is this new moon, it is literally a part of the throat chakra, okay, ladies and gentlemen, meaning it's not just what we say, it's what we do. The throat chakra is really where divine action begins. It's where all the lower bodies of rage and fear and disappointment and grief and guilt and regret, they now transform. So if you felt any of those emotions that are honestly not negative, they are emotions telling you where to put your energy in motion, they will now transform into universal love and understanding and intuition and divine knowing and attunement to speak, act, and move in flow. On this Cancer new moon, you have all green lights, ladies and gentlemen. This is what I'm telling you. You are more than you have ever known. And until you try to do something for yourself as an individual, especially if you're in a relationship, and let your partner know, this is what my impulse is. This is the North Node of Aries. This is my impulse. This is what I'm feeling. I don't know why I'm feeling it, but it feels important to me. And here's why it's important to me. It's important to me because I feel like if I take this path right now, that I will create a certain sense of stability, for myself. I will create joy and personal satisfaction for myself, and that within itself, I truly believe, will strengthen our relationship, will strengthen my career efforts, and all of the collective services that I'm here to provide. I will now become someone more valuable in all relationships that I meet, because I have now officially met myself with a certain sense of excitement, joy, passion, and vigor in anything and everything that I say. As long as I say it from the heart, fully committed to it, I will be devoted to this. It will be flawless in action. It will be flawless in thought. It will be flawless in vibration and frequency, because this is K62 at its highest potential of impeccability, as well as using precision with the words that you have. So do mind yourself with being half-hearted, and do align with a devoted energy of commitment. And I promise you, anything you see as a mountain in front of you, it will completely shift and move out of your way. This is without a doubt an absolute truth. Hit the thumbs up and the likes button, subscribe if you really rock with this message. This is your next life step and direction, ladies and gentlemen, okay? Don't be afraid to be an individual. I promise you, it's very rewarding. Love.